Good evening, Wizards Nation. So the ESPN just dropped their top 100 players of this upcoming season. And notably, no Wiz Kid was on the list. And I'm not butthurt. You know, as a diehard Wizards fan, I'm not over here, you know, in my feelings for no. Because we got a lot of young dudes who are a work in progress. We don't have a finished product. If you're on this list, you're most likely a finished product or damn near a finished product. And, you know, but anyways, you're going to see in this list, we're going to go through it together a little bit. You're going to see a couple of dudes who possibly could have represented us. Like, I guess the main one that comes to my mind to be in the top 100 players of the upcoming season will probably be CJ McCollum, right? Man averaged 21 points per game, 4.1 assists, 3.8 rebounds on 44% from the field with the Pelicans. Yeah, they also say maybe Alex Sarr could have been on a list. You know, he's far from a finished product. You know, so anyways, we're gonna go through that. You know, we're gonna go through the list, and you know, the criteria is a little bit different though. It's like you would think, oh, Alex Sarr, what the heck? Hell no. But then you see some dudes on the list, and you'd be like, wait a second. If this dude makes the list, my French bitch should at least get some credit. So you know, you all right, we're going to go through it together. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. I'm a little bit pissed off. The Commanders got wrecked. Marshawn Lattimore is Korean barbecue chicken. Korean. Because he's expensive. Korean barbecue chicken is expensive. That's his nickname going forward. Lattimore is Korean barbecue chicken. I want him off my team. I'm done with Lattimore. So if I'm all pissy and angsty, it's because of the freaking Commanders, dude. This freaking defense, man. Anyways, let's go to this list. Let's go to brighter subjects like the Wizards. Oh, the DMV's down bad today. We're going to be down bad today, but we're going to be good tomorrow. Watch. Actually, I don't know. So the number 100 is RJ Barrett. We're going to zoom by this. So a lot of the dudes on the list, like, you know, you're going to see some second-year players, you know, not many rookies. Like, the first dude to come to mind for us was obviously Trey Johnson, who possibly could have made the list. But, you know, these are us, like I was saying, to get the final NBA rank projection, we asked our expert panel to vote on player versus player matchups from more than 20,000 possible pairings and to choose based on which player will be better in 2025, 2026. So these experts from ESPN put in that work. But you're going to see some selections that's not expert worthy. I'll tell you that much. So Castle, we have 3 second-year players. Castle's in that range, obviously for the Spurs, not for us. But it's Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, and Bob Carrington. Obviously, we got dudes who we just acquired from other teams. But I want to go for those 3 dudes first. You know, I don't think any of our 3 dudes comes near Castle as of right now. Perhaps in the future, but you know, I think Castle's well-deserved. Walker Kessler. I like him. I really like Walker Kessler. I think he's severely underrated. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, elite 3-and-D player. PJ Washington, yeah. Let's go down to the player that I was just like, what the fuck? All right, so let's just go down to Zach Edey. I'm just going to spell it. Zach Edey made the list at 88. This is Zach Edey's stats from last year. 10.9 points, 9.7 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. My faintest memory from Zach Edey is him getting demolished in the playoffs. Granted, he's a freaking rookie, but this man, he was struggling to get a rebound over freaking Draymond Green. I don't know. If Zach Edey's on this list at 88, I would take Jakob Poeltl, Naz Reid, Mitchell Robinson. No. I would take Edey over Robinson. Mostly off of Edey's upside, but you know, a lot of these dudes, Walker Kessler, that one right there was just like, if Zach Edey's on this list, dude, give Alex Sarr some love, you know, like, I don't know, but then again, Zach Edey was more efficient though than Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr, 39% from the field. That needs to improve. Jonas Valanciunas was on the list as well at 87. And we traded his ass in the second half of the season at trade deadline. To each their own. Our boy Bradley Beal at 86. I really like this signing for the Clippers. I think Brad's going to wreck. Jaden Ivey's there. Tobias Harris. Well, I'm not going to go through all of them, but, Andrew Nemhard, I think he earned it after his playoff performance. DeMar DeRozan, much respect. Onyeka Okongwu. Tumani Kamara is one of the most underrated defensive players in this league. And I think he's one of the best defensive players in this league, but I think he needs more recognition. Oh, hell yeah. Brandon Ingram, Brandon Miller. Then we go to dudes who, I don't know. So, going back to Wizards based, obviously the main dude I'm just like is McCollum. McCollum should have been at least maybe 100. But granted, he's 34 years old on the down end of his career. No offense to McCollum. But, here's the consistency. 20 points 2 years ago with the Pelicans, 21 points last year. Granted, the Pelicans weren't that good last year. A lot of it can be surmised to injuries. But, this just had me thinking. I was like, we can't really make a case for anybody else right now on the current team because a lot of dudes on our team, like Cam Whitmore, he needs minutes. Now, my question to Wizards fans is this. All right, obviously we didn't get a player in this top 100 season. Top 100 player for the season. Who are players who could reach the top 100 list next year? Listen, I'm thinking of dudes like Bilal Coulibaly. I'm not saying he should as him as a person, but regarding where we took him and regarding the expectation of what we should have had for him, I think next year, entering his fourth year, he should at least be sniffing it. And if he's not sniffing it, what does that mean about our selection of Bilal Coulibaly? Pick number 7 overall. Did we whiff on it? I don't think so at all. I'm still high on Bilal. I still really like Bilal. I still do. But next year, I'm looking at guys like Trey Johnson. We saw some dudes here, second-year dudes entering their second year, like Stephon Castle was number 98. I'm looking at Alex Sarr. If after his second year this year and in third year, he'll be entering. So I'm looking at Alex Sarr, honestly. Maybe Keyshawn George I'm looking at too as well. Keyshawn George, we all know Keyshawn George is getting all the hype right now out of all our 3 young bucks. But I wrote it down here because I don't think McCollum's going to be with us after this season. Not because of just because of politics. Not politics like that. I think it's because his age, and I think his price tag, he's going to probably want to play for a winner. Not saying we're not going to be winning, but my main dudes right now that I'm looking at is okay, these dudes could possibly, if all goes well, be on the list for us next year. I'm looking at no particular order: Bilal, Trey. And Trey would be like a Stephon Castle did, who had an awesome rookie year, and then represent his team and whatever. Trey, who I think could have an awesome rookie year for us as well. Sarr, Key, and the guy who I'm looking at, who I think is the second most likeliest player, contingent on the minutes. Cam Whitmore. If Cam Whitmore gets his minutes, I think Cam Whitmore's a top 100 player in this league. If Cam gets his minutes, he's a top 100 player in this league. Book it. Book it. Another dude that I was looking at, I was just like, maybe should he have gotten consideration? He did have a down year last year. Corey Kispert. He had a down year though. Maybe 2 years ago, perhaps. But I'm more leaning on Corey might be traded at trade deadline. Those are my main guys. Bub, perhaps. But, Bub right now, I don't know. People think that Bub's slipping right now. I'm not giving up a Bub or the Bub Hub whatsoever. But he's another possible ideal candidate. If we land a veteran, obviously the veteran will be in the list as well. But y'all let me know. I'm looking at those. Bilal, Trey, Sarr, Key, Cam, Bub. What's wrong with my freaking throat? Yeah, Jameer. See, I've been yelling all day at the Commanders. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're a freaking DC sports fan. I've been yelling Joe Witt Jr.'s name all day. Oh, dude. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. You know, those are my ideal candidates to represent us next year's list. But, you know, I can't really think of anybody else, you know. AJ Johnson? Nah. I think AJ's play more in the long term. If AJ's going to be good, I think it's going to be good 2-3 years from now. This man's raw, boy. He's raw. He's raw chicken. Marshall Lattimore's Korean barbecue chicken. AJ Johnson's raw chicken. He's raw. I like AJ Johnson, but he's dope. He's dope as fuck. You know. Yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think. You know, I only showed you the back end on the list. Front end of the list, I'm not. Yeah, what's the point? What's the point? Who's gonna be number one? Anthony Gill. Stranger things has happened. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I think this is just a little weird video, but if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till next video, peace, y'all.